Welcome to the vibrant tapestry of Inglewood, where the pulse of life beats to the rhythm of its streets. Nestled within the bustling landscape of Los Angeles County, Inglewood is a city of contrasts, where moments of triumph and tragedy intertwine in the fabric of its history. Today, we embark on a journey through the tragic tales that have shaped this community, focusing on the enduring presence of the Bloods. From the storied Neighborhood Piru to the indomitable Queen Street Bloods and the resilient Inglewood Family Gangsters, these names echo through the generations, each representing a chapter in the complex narrative of California's gang culture. Inglewood's story is not just about conflict. It's about the bonds of brotherhood forged in adversity, the relentless pursuit of respect in territory, and the human stories behind the headlines. We will unravel the intricacies of the 30 Days of Death period, a pivotal moment where alliances were forged and shattered, leaving an indelible mark on the city's landscape. It all popped off over something wild. Word was, a young hitter from NHP got into it with an OG from QSB at some house party off 104th. Nobody expected it to go left like that, until somebody pulled out a phone and caught the whole fade on video. That clip went viral in the hood by sunrise. The QSB OG got folded in front of everybody, and the video had him laid out, face to the concrete, with the NHP youngin' flexin' over him. Retaliation came quick. 2 nights later, a car pulled up on 102nd near a known NHP hangout. Windows dropped, beams flashed, and shots rang out. One young NHP member got dropped instantly. Another tried to crawl behind a trash bin but bled out before help came. Nobody said it out loud, but everyone knew QSB had just fired the first real shot. The beef was lit, and it wasn't just between them no more. See, the thing about Inglewood is that it's tight. Everything close. Blocks ain't that far apart, so once one set moves, another always gets caught in the crossfire. That's how IFG ended up in it. One of their young homies, tight with both QSB and NHP, got hit while grabbing a blunt at the liquor store on 108th. Headshot. Nobody claimed it, but folks whispered it was a mistaken identity. Didn't matter though. A body was a body. Now it was a three-way war. NHP, QSB, and IFG, all red flags, all bodies dropping. The streets shifted instantly. Moms wasn't letting their kids ride bikes no more. Schools was half empty. Corner stores started closing early. Everybody felt it, like the whole hood was holding its breath. And then came the retaliation spree. NHP moved first. A 2-man hit squad caught a QSB member outside his girl's crib on 106th. It was a quick walk-up. Hoodies up, no words, just silence and smoke. The dude didn't stand a chance. 5 shots to the back, 2 to the dome. By morning, his name was already up on the walls in red paint. But QSB wasn't the type to mourn long. They slid back 48 hours later, catching a known IFG affiliate getting gas off Century. Surveillance footage showed him pumping his tank, laughing on the phone. Next thing you know, a Civic pulls up, driver stays put while 2 shooters hop out. The whole thing took 12 seconds. Pop, pop, pop. Left slumped over the pump, still holding his phone. Folks started calling it the 30 Days of Death after that, because from that moment on, somebody got hit every night. Some nights more than one. Shootouts, ambushes, chase downs. The air in Inglewood got thick, like the city was sweating blood. Cops, man, they gave up. You could hear gunshots and sirens minutes apart, and still nobody got locked. Street justice was the only law that mattered. By day 10, over 9 bodies had dropped. Most under 25. Some barely out of high school. Everybody was strapped now. Even kids who wasn't banging was carrying for protection. Some girls started keeping burners in their purses. It was war. One night, a group of IFG homies was chillin' on 103rd, playing dominoes, passing a bottle. Just regular hood vibes. Then a dark Charger with no plates rolled by slow. Nobody thought much of it, until it circled the block again, this time lights off. Then the windows dropped. Automatic fire sprayed the porch. Bullets ripped through flesh, splinters flew from the wood fence, glass shattered. 3 dudes got hit, 2 died on the spot. One of them had just turned 17 the day before. You could feel the hood shift after that. That hit wasn't just a body count, it was a statement. Word on the street said it was QSB flexing hard, showing they was active, that they wasn't backing down. But too much pride makes folks reckless. On day 13, NHP pulled a move nobody expected. They hit a QSB party deep in their own section. Late night, tight crowd, music bumpin', drinks everywhere. No masks, just war-ready faces. They hopped out and started dumping. Didn't care who got hit. Bodies hit the pavement. some affiliated, some not. One girl, 19, got hit in the stomach. She wasn't from nowhere, just there with her cousin. That's when the public started catching on. News crews started showing up on Florence trying to act like they cared. Anchors stood outside yellow tape, talking about community tragedy and inner-city violence. But they didn't know what they was reporting on. There was just tourists in the pain. Inside the streets, it was deeper than news. Every new shooting brought more tension, more paranoia. Every parked car looked suspicious. Every knock on the door made people flinch. Young homies was sleeping with their straps under the pillow. So they flipped the script. Started using younger shooters, cats nobody would expect. One night, a 15-year-old walked up on a known NHP soldier outside the 7-Eleven. Pulled a .38 and let off 3 to the chest. Full. Walked off like nothing happened. When word got out that the shooter wasn't even old enough to get his learner's permit, it shook the city. See, when the youth gets that deep in it, the cycle gets harder to break. The worst hit came around day 22. A QSB OG's baby mama. She was driving her son to daycare. Pulled up to a red light on La Brea. Another car pulled up beside her. 5 shots came from the passenger window. She got hit in the shoulder and arm. Her 2-year-old son in the car seat caught one in the neck. He died before they reached the hospital. That moment, it broke the code. Even in war, there's supposed to be rules. No kids, no mamas. But that shot, that one bullet that took that baby, it crossed a line the hood ain't supposed to ever cross. And when that kind of line get crossed, ain't no going back the same. The city held its breath after that. For real. Streets got quiet like never before. Maybe it was supposed to be a warning shot. But that don't matter. Intent don't save lives. Bullets ain't got no sympathy, and once they fly, they ain't coming back. That hit changed the whole temperature. All 3 sets, IFG, QSB, and NHP, started looking around, realizing they wasn't just beefing anymore. They was digging graves faster than they could pour liquor. OGs who used to gas up the young homies started telling them to chill. Not out of fear, out of guilt, out of exhaustion. Ain't no soldier built to bury that many of his own. Even the funeral homes got overwhelmed. Real talk, one of them had to turn families away. Said they ain't got enough space, ain't got enough time. Had too many bodies and not enough staff. That's how deep it got. Ain't no glory in that. But you gotta understand, once bodies drop, revenge don't just fade away. Nah, it gets passed down. Some youngins who lost big bros, cousins, or homegirls in that stretch. They swore to God they was gone, slide no matter how long it took. They was holding onto pain like a loaded gun, waiting for the right time to cock it back. And that's the real danger. Grief turns to vengeance, and vengeance keeps the wheel spinning. Day 31 came. Streets quiet. But ain't nobody smiling. Peace ain't the same as healing. It's just a pause. And that pause? It didn't last long. One of the NHP homies got caught in traffic just trying to get home. He wasn't even outside like that no more. Said he was trying to turn his life around. He'd been ghost since the baby got hit. But still, somebody seen him at a red light, recognized the face, and let the chop sing through the windshield. 5 shots. Car coasted through the intersection and crashed into a parked van. His foot was still on the gas. No cameras. No suspects. Just another name on a wall. That peace ain't official unless everybody signs off. And in this war, not everybody was ready to forgive. So the beef simmered. It ain't boiled like before, but it stayed hot. Lil skirmishes here and there. Sneaky hits. Cars torched. Empty clips found in alleyways. But the mass shootings, the bold daylight walk-ups? That cooled down, for a while. Behind the scenes, some OGs did the work to keep it from erupting again. They met in secret. Had sit-downs at closed restaurants, behind locked barbershops,